All right, today we are diving into something straight out of a fantasy movie. We're talking about beaches that literally glow in the dark. It's one of nature's most magical shows, and we're going to figure out the science behind it all, and more importantly, where you can see it with your own two eyes. I mean, have you ever just dreamed of swimming in liquid light? Picture this, you're floating in the ocean, and every single move you make creates this swirl of glittery, glowing light. It's like the stars fell right out of the sky and into the water. And the best part? This isn't a dream. It's a real thing, and we're about to get into exactly how it works. Yeah, that feeling, that ethereal light, that's really what this is all about. It's more than just a cool sight. It's an adventure that plugs you right into this hidden, magical world. A world that, believe it or not, is powered by life itself. Okay, so let's pull back the curtain a bit. How does this magic actually work? Well, it's not magic at all. It's some seriously cool science. Let's get into the secret behind this incredible light show.
So what's really happening in the water to make it glow like that? Is it some kind of weird electricity and underwater northern lights? Nope. The answer is, well, it's alive.
The official term for this is bioluminescence. Fancy word, right? But it just means light life. The real stars of the show here are these teeny tiny marine creatures, mostly a type of plankton. Basically, they have this chemical cocktail inside them with a key ingredient called luciferin, and that's what creates the light. So here's how it happens. It all gets triggered by movement. When you splash around, or a wave crashes, or you paddle a kayak, you're basically disturbing millions of these little guys called dinoflagellates. This freaks them out, causing a chemical reaction inside them that lets off this burst of beautiful blue-green light. You can think of it as their own personal burglar alarm, a flash of light to scare off anything that might want to eat them. Pretty clever, huh? Okay, so we've got the science down. Now for the fun part. The big question is, where on earth can you actually go to see this for yourself? Let's get into the map to the magic. So you're not going to find these just anywhere. Your best bet is in warm tropical and subtropical places. These cozy climates are the perfect breeding ground for our little light-up friends to hang out in huge numbers, which is what makes the glow so bright and reliable. All right, so where should you go? Well, if you're in or near the US, you've got some amazing options. First up, Mosquito Bay in Vieques, Puerto Rico. This place is legendary. It's actually the brightest bioluminescent bay in the entire world. Then there's La Parguera, also in Puerto Rico, which is super special because it's one of the few places where you can actually get in the water and swim in the glow. And if you're on the West Coast, you've got to check out Tamales Bay in California. Kayaking through the glowing water there is just wow. Okay, after hearing about those spots, you're probably ready to pack your bags and book a flight, right? I don't blame you. It is an absolutely incredible, once-in-a-lifetime thing to see. But hold on a second. There's something really important you need to know before you dive in. Not so fast. See, this natural magic is also super, super fragile. And if we want it to stick around for other people to see, we have to visit with a ton of respect and care. So it's absolutely crucial that we know the code for being a responsible visitor. And that brings us to what we're calling the Eco Traveler's Code. And look, these aren't just suggestions. These are essential, must-do things to protect these delicate places while still letting you have a totally mind-blowing experience. First things first, timing is everything. Seriously, if you want the most vivid, jaw-dropping experience, you have got to plan your visit for a new moon night. It's simple, really. The darker the sky, the brighter that glow is going to look. A big, bright, full moon, it'll just wash out the light and make it way harder to see. So do yourself a favor and check that lunar calendar before you book anything. All right, before you even think about getting in the water, here's your pre-swim checklist. This is super important. Do not wear chemical-based sunscreens or bug sprays. They're basically poison to these little organisms. Also, always check the local rules. Some of these bays are so protected you can't swim in them at all. And if swimming is allowed, make sure you only go in the designated spots and just, be aware of the amazing living world around you. So the whole Eco-Traveler Code really boils down to one thing: minimizing your impact. This means choosing tour guides who actually care about conservation. It means following every single local rule because they're there for a very good reason. And, of course, the golden rule: leave no trace. That's how we make sure this magic is still here for everyone to enjoy down the road. But, hey, what if swimming isn't your thing? Or maybe it's not allowed where you're going? The good news is there are other totally amazing ways to experience this glow and expand your adventure. Nighttime kayaking is probably the most popular alternative. I mean, can you imagine every single time your paddle hits the water, it just explodes in a swirl of light? It's so peaceful and just stunning. You can also do guided snorkeling tours, which let you get right up close and personal, watching the underwater world literally light up right in front of your face. When it's all said and done, this is the main takeaway. These glowing waters, they're not just some cool tourist trap. They are living, breathing, and incredibly fragile ecosystems. So when we visit, our job isn't just to be a tourist, it's to be a guardian of that magic. And really, that's the question I want to leave you with. As you go out and seek out all of nature's magic, how are you going to help make sure it shines just as brightly for the generations that come after us? It's something to think about, right? Thanks for joining me on this one.